As Formula 1 reaches its midpoint in the season, the Silverstone Grand Prix gave us everything we could possibly want in a race. From wet weather racing to insanely close overtaking, this is a race that will definitely be bought up in the years to come. So if you want to tell your kids about this one race, get set as we here at Fervent Motorsports take you through the good, the bad, and the ugly moments of the Silverstone Grand Prix. Also keep in mind that a lot has been said already about Zhou and the accident. We've already covered that in a previous video, so if you want to know exactly what happened, click on this banner in the top right corner. The good. A three-way battle. In the final stages of the race, we saw something that has been rare of late in Formula 1. The sight of three different teams fighting for a win. You had Leclerc and Sainz from Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes and Sergio Perez from Red Bull, all who were raring to go for the win. It was a beautiful sight and honestly it produced some of the best racing this season. Well, personally, I've noticed that the battles of Hamilton and Perez always promise fireworks because both of them are just so experienced. Like here's both of them battling in Turkey. Or one of the most famous defenses by Sergio Perez, the one in Abu Dhabi. The pair just never disappoints. Leclerc too showed us some real bravery as did Sainz, and the drivers absolutely loved the racing. Perez went on to describe it as his karting days. He said, "I enjoyed the racing a lot. We were fighting hard and fair and it felt like my karting days. Everyone was pushing really hard and going wheel to wheel. My heart rate was pretty high in those last laps." The bad. Ferrari fiasco. If you're a Ferrari fan, my heart goes out to you. Yet again, Ferrari made a possible strategy error which again prompted a flurry of memes on how awful the team are at managing situations. At one stage in the race, both of their drivers were running in first and second, with Hamilton rapidly closing the gap to them in third place. And that's when the safety car came out. Fans were shocked to see Ferrari call in only one of the car into the pits. They left the leader Leclerc out on old tires for the final lap, while everyone else had fresh, new tires. An important detail in the story is that Leclerc had damage to his front wing at the start of the race and he was losing downforce. But he was still faster than his teammate Sainz, who was running a problem-free car. So this is where all the memes come from. Former F1 boss Eddie Jordan even said that if you have friends like Ferrari strategists, you don't need enemies. Team boss Mattia Binotto, however, defended the team's decision to leave Leclerc out. He said the team didn't have the time to pit both of the drivers and he felt that they would lose position, just like what happened at this year's race in Monaco. There have been rumors that Leclerc and his garage are visibly upset about the decision and this could lead to more unrest within the Ferrari team. I can't wait to see what Ferrari's strategy is in the case a civil war does break out within the team. Spoiler alert, I don't think it's going to be great. The good. Mick Schumacher's first points. Being a Formula 1 driver isn't easy. You've got to drive around as fast as you possibly dare while the entire world scrutinizes your every move. This is why Mick Schumacher has had it tough in recent times. Driving an F1 car is tough, but being the son of one of the greatest drivers of all time will certainly add to the scrutiny that he has to undergo. And on Sunday, Mick Schumacher finally broke the deadlock. He scored his first ever Formula 1 points. He came close to doing it on multiple occasions this season, but he could never see it through. On Sunday, he was fighting against Verstappen right until the end of the race. This was some incredibly hard racing and I hope that we get to see more of these two drivers going at it. Both of them are really aggressive and in similar cars, we're bound to see sparks fly, like in Hungary last year. The bad. AlphaTauri madness. In most of the major incidents of the race, you had AlphaTauri who were always present and unfortunately up to no good. At the start, Russell got pushed by Gasly which led to the Zhou accident. However, the AlphaTauri recovered well and managed to get into P7 after the restart. But that's when it all went downhill for AlphaTauri. Coming into a corner, both of the cars of Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly touched and it led to a synchronized spin, like a ballet dance. Yuki Tsunoda got a 5-second penalty for this and Pierre Gasly was forced to retire. So what could be possibly worse for the AlphaTauri teams than this? Well, AlphaTauri is like a junior team of Red Bull Racing. They are not fighting for the top spot, but they are competitive in the midfield and they can put on a great performance when needed. However, the main point to remember is that they are the sister team of Red Bull, and the collision between Tsunoda and Gasly left debris on the track, carbon fiber debris which then struck the floor of the race leader Max Verstappen.
He's got the pace advantage, Schumacher's got the inside line, they bang wheels!
This carbon piece completely destroyed the floor. This new generation of Formula 1 cars are highly reliant on the floor to keep reducing downforce and help the cars go faster. This is evident when Verstappen said that the car was broken, but team boss Christian Horner said the loss of downforce was close to 20%. Verstappen hung in there and managed some precious points to keep his lead in the championship. That's still definitely a bummer for AlphaTauri. And the ugly. The protesters. While the first laps provided us with some very heart-in-the-mouth moments, things could have gone so much more worse. Footage has emerged of protesters sitting down on the fastest part of the track during the very first lap. Marshals can be seen dragging them away and cars can be seen driving just meters away. The crash of Zhou meant that the cars were driving slowly when they reached the protesters, as race control had red flagged the race, which is mind-blowing considering that things could have gotten very, very ugly. A few days before the race, the Northern Hampshire police had issued a warning about protesters planning for a track invasion, which sucks because this whole incident could have easily been avoided. The 6 protesters were arrested and 4 of them made bail while 2 were still in custody. But this isn't the first time that Silverstone has been a part of protest, or should I say track invasions. In 2003, there was a priest, Neil Horan, not to be confused with the musician Niall Horan. So the priest Neil Horan ran onto the track with cars going over 250 km/h just to wave a banner that read, "Read the Bible, it's always right." The most satisfying part about this clip is when the marshals take him down and drag him out. Horan was arrested and later sentenced to a couple of months in prison for his actions. And I can assure you that the Bible definitely did not warn him about that. So if you stayed with us until here, I would like to thank you for all of your support. I hope you liked this video, and as always, take care and stay tuned to Fervent Motorsports as we bring you the best of motorsports action.